talking about living in unprecedented times, and I think the last 24 hours, 36 hours have been surreal, haven't they? If you can avoid unnecessary journeys, right, please avoid them. Right? We would all say is if you can work from home, you work from home. Right? Because I think that's another way of sort of minimizing the journeys and that interaction. I think the biggest thing we must always remind ourselves is that the use of the face mask. I think it's imperative, right? Look, the chances are, right? I mean, I would encourage people from the minute you leave home, put a face mask on. But when you get to a location where it is COVID secure, the civic centre is COVID secure. The recent rules around the 6 people. I think if we truly understood how important that was, just to keep within our circles, no more than the 6 individuals, and also it's about us looking after ourselves, looking after our loved ones. The worst thing to do is to go into hospitals or doctors and the GPs with a cold or a flu, right, thinking that we have COVID, right? So if we can minimise the interactions we have, reduce the strain and the burden that we put on our GPs and the NHS, right, and keep it actually for the people who actually need that help and support. The conversations with Sadiq Khan, right, obviously people like Peter John, Georgia Gould and a few others had that conversation. Then straight after that meeting, they came to us. Then we had a meeting with Professor Kevin Fenton, right, from Public Health England, and these were exactly the same things that were discussed. But one of the other things, obviously, that came up is about the testing and tracing, and people's ability to access testing. But over the last few days, few weeks actually, because of the outbreak of COVID-19 across the UK and the northeast, everywhere else, right, the testing capacity has been reduced, right? So it makes it a bit difficult for everything that we're doing. Right? So hence, this is why we're saying, right, that those 5 points we made are going to be absolutely imperative, right? Until the testing tracing app comes out, the ability to have further tests is there, and also the government is going to be prioritising people in care homes, school workers, essential workers, all these kind of things. We need to keep the transport system working. We need to keep our schools working. We need to keep the businesses working. Just imagine if those 90,000 people, even if one of them had COVID and passed it on in a train carriage, it's absolutely wrong, right? What we've been sending out leaflets to residents. Every single household has received a leaflet. Look after yourself. Maintain and adhere social distancing, all that kind of stuff. We send out weekly emails to residents, reminding them of their obligations. We have the Mayor of Brent, Councillor Ernest Ezejui. We use him as well, right, to promote the face masks and messaging. The council downstairs in our libraries, everything else, we absolutely make sure we're adhering to these responsibilities. We have some of our enforcement officers going out to the shops and reminding them of their obligation. Without fear of being knocked over or cars and vehicles coming down. Right, so we're doing as much as we can, but if we don't look after ourselves, don't look after our loved ones, right? The situation where we faced, right, you know, people living in overcrowded accommodations, right, and not having somewhere to social isolate. Those kind of situations are going to re-emerge. How will we be able to help support those individuals? How can we support some of those larger families? First and foremost, it has to be clear messaging. Okay. The one thing that we've been doing in Brent, right, is if you go to our website, take a look at our emails, we are reminding people of their obligation, right? Hands, face, mask, and with the space as well. Right, and because if you don't adhere to those basic principles, then everything else begins to fall down. The support that we've been given from the government amounts to about 22, 23 million pounds. Right, so that means that shortfall of over 22, 23 million pounds is going to fall on who? Me, you and everybody else who lives and works in Brent. Right? That can't be right. That can't be fair. Right? The government has the opportunity to make sure the support is given to councils like us, so we can actually support people in Brent. One of the individuals. If I'm already facing a shortfall of 24 million pounds, okay, right? How will the government help me to help those individuals to get back into employment? How will they help me to make sure that those individuals have the skills and the qualifications to move up a level? Right? And these are some of the major concerns I have in Brent. Right? And what I'm saying to government is, one, make sure your messaging is clear and concise. Right? Give us the powers and the responsibilities that the councils actually need and deserve in order to help their residents. And three, right, the funding must follow us.